Hello everyone, this is Hudson from New Use Paving and Building Contractors, a division of audio projects. Okay, this is a presentation of how we're gonna be solving the problems that are existing between number 7 and number 8, High Net Road, here in Brighton Bridge, Bluff, KwaZulu Natal. Okay, so basically, this there's so a few things that I would like to highlight on this project. Number one is probably the a small retaining wall that you're gonna put on after excavating the bank. Removing all the sand that has accumulated and that has been putting pressure on the wall at the moment. Okay, so basically, we've got two levels. Number 9 is relatively higher, and then number 7 is relatively lower. So that's why there is this problem along the boundary line that is getting pushed over by sand. Okay, so what you're gonna need to do is slight excavation. Just we're gonna expose, we're gonna disassemble everything. We then do a little bit of excavation, and then we build up a small retaining wall to hold this bank from number 9 high unit, right? And we retain that to make sure that no matter what happens in future, it's not gonna again push. It won't push again the boundary fence. That we are gonna reconstruct the new wall that the new boundary wall that is gonna get reconstructed in due course. All right. So now let me just sort of get to the point. I mean to the finish. Right. So what you're gonna do is it's on a slab blend. So we are gonna be sort of laying the panels and the pillars in a level way, but it's actually sort of sloping down, stepping down, with the steepness of the slope. So now basically this is the sort of a presentation. So we've actually sort of built up our wall. The boundary wall has been built up with the panels and pillars laid up. And raised up. So we've got this. This is the ground level for number 9. I mean for number 7, and this is for number 9. And this wall now, there's gonna be a little bit tiny little gap. Let me just zoom it closer. That we're gonna leave between the precast boundary wall and the small retaining wall that we're gonna build up. Right. So you see, if this wall is built, this wall, the purpose or the it's gonna function. Its function is gonna be to hold up this bank here, so that in future it won't sort of come and put pressure on this precast wall that you're gonna build. So it's needed. Otherwise, if we just if we don't put up this retaining wall, I promise you that the same problem will come again in future. And so yeah, you see, this is actually sort of the inside part of it. This is gonna be the wall, and there's gonna be a little bit of gap, and this is gonna be the precast boundary. All right. Okay, these are the steps that are you're gonna be following up. That we're gonna sort of follow up with the nature of the slope. Okay, but my emphasis is this wall that is gonna be holding up the bank to avoid pressure again on the boundary wall. So I'm sure it's just a SketchUp, just not like, but to just give you an insight, I'm sure you can see clearly, right? So basically, that is actually sort of what needs to be done there. All right. So, right. Let me just finish up. Because I'm gonna go to another drawing that I've just done, and I need to explain a little bit a few things. Right. So basically, this is what we need to now that needs to be done. It's permanent solution. Right. So, right. I'm sure you can see that this is the wall that we're gonna have to put. We build up, and it holds this bank because this is the mismatch. This one is higher and this one is lower, and that's why this wall here now, it was built long time ago, and now it's falling because it's actually holding up this whole the weight of this bank that is probably a third of its height. Okay, right now that's fixed up. That is actually as far as the boundary wall is concerned. Okay, So I'm just gonna go to another drawing that I've just done. It's actually down to the tree. All right, I've just done this drawing now. So, but you know, let me just take a little bit back, but it's not gonna go all the way from where I started. You know, okay. So there we are. All right, let me just get all the way to the to where I was, and then I'm probably gonna just try to explain. All right, there we go. You see, we have a tree trunk. Let me just level it. That's the tree trunk. This one. All right. That's the tree trunk. Okay. All right. That's the tree trunk. And what what has happened now is this little portion here that has collapsed, because this is actually the existing masonry retaining wall. But let me try to label it as well, so you actually get to know what's actually sort of this is existing masonry. Let me just say existing retaining wall. Right, it's a masonry retaining wall. All right, this is the exposed. This is the portion that has collapsed. That is close to the tree. It's close, not it's next to the. It's not like it's by the tree. It's actually close. I mean, like, here we go. This is actually the part probably that is collapsed. Let me try to find a place for this. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is this is actually the exposed bank due to the collapse. Exposed bank. Alright, this is the section of the wall that collapsed. Okay, and this is our ground level from the other side. So now we're gonna have to actually sort of the solution now is, what are we gonna do about this? We're gonna have to build up this wall here. It doesn't exist anymore, this wall. This is actually a new wall that we're gonna build up. Let me just label it as wall. It's not like it's already there. It's gonna need to be built up. Okay, this is gonna be a wall Crete. This is gonna be a retaining wall, a wall Crete. Let me just say tree ring or whatever you could, wall Crete. Yeah, okay, or a tree ring. Okay, let me just probably say tree ring. But then the most important thing is we're gonna have to use these blocks, right? Because if we build anything with the mortar, that is going to be too fixed, it's going to get actually sort of maybe pushed again. But this reinforcement, it's going to adjust to the expansion of the tree, all right, in the future. So what we're going to have to do about this now, we can either get the blocks, the same bricks, but these bricks are hard to find now. But anyway, you can try it. We're going to have to get the bricks that is going to actually sort of make uniform with this existing wall. Or alternatively, we could probably put up the block, and this is gonna be the union now between these kind of two different kinds of wall. This is an Hoffelstein joined to a masonry retaining wall. So it's probably gonna look like this, of which it's not too bad, right? That's the most important thing. I think they actually need to know, both parties need to know what you're gonna do about that. So probably this is what I'm trying to explain, that the union, we can either get the bricks or we can use the same blocks to just join it up and just to get covered. This exposed bank is gonna get retained. All right, so basically that's what I thought is probably worth presenting, with sort of some drawings and with sort of some explanations as well. As a contractor, you need to sort of do sort of this prior to construction, or this is actually what is like a prerequisite in this pre-construction time. All right, so yeah, I think it's a bit explicit. I just did it so quickly so I can just inform you that on the quotations, this is what was also mentioned, that this is how we're gonna solve these problems. All right, so I think that's it. So yeah. Okay, all right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening.